No matter which team you are rooting for, who you stand and who you dislike, the one thing we can all agree upon is that TJ's laugh is the best part of every season. Hello, welcome back everybody to the video series dedicated show on MTV that's acting like a total slag right now. That's right, I'm talking about The Challenge Season 34, War of the Worlds 2, Episode 4, and in this episode, Bear and Georgia rekindle their romance from last season. In other news, Josh has been friend-zoned, and Laurel wants to be in the Notebook sequel that's coming out next year called The Notebook 2. This time, things get personal. But let's start off where last episode left off, and that was with the blindside of the season so far. Wes was voted into the elimination by his own team to go against Bear, and Bear won, sending Wes home early this season. And now everybody's coming back, trying to figure out what's going on. If you thought there was a divide in the US team, well, now there's super gaps. There's just gaps upon gaps, and to make matters worse, Kyle takes Laurel over to the side when they get back home, and he tells her exactly who was working with Wes, or who he thinks was working with Wes, and now Laurel wants to take them out one by one. Now let's take a look at how CT is doing on the UK team, and he's getting cozy. Now let's go on to the daily challenge of this episode called Relic Runners. In Relic Runners, one team will start at the bottom of this steep hill. They have to take all these relic heads. Everybody has 2 relic heads. They have to take these relic heads up the steep hill, and the other team is at the top of the hill trying to do whatever they can with all these dodgeballs, all these medicine balls, and they try to slow them down, make them drop their relic heads, because then they'll have to start all the way at the bottom, and the first team to get all the relic heads up to the top of the hill wins, gets to make the tribunal, and is subsequently safe, right? Maybe not. Well, the UK team has to go first, and overall they do a decent job, and now it's the US's turn. They are undefeated so far in this season. Will they win it again? Well, definitely not, because Bananas and Laurel are acting as saboteurs in this daily challenge, as they want to lose it on purpose so that the UK and they can vote in 2 people from the West Alliance and send them out packing with Wes. And to me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You can try to explain it to me in the comment section below. I just still don't understand it. Bananas is body slamming his relic into Ashley, making her quit, making the whole team want to quit. Nani and Paulie get into a yelling match. The whole thing is getting into a mess, and everybody's crazy except for the UK team, who is happy that they won. They won their first daily challenge, albeit by the hands of the US trying to throw it. But the UK wins, and now they're gonna work as a team, and they're gonna come up with a speaker really easily, right? Wrong, because now everybody's yelling on that team. In the midst of a victory, they're all yelling at who is going to be the speaker for their team, and this is when TJ is like, shut up, everybody, and then he makes them do the old school way of going down the line, and everybody gets 1 vote on who they want to be the speaker, and it comes down to 6 votes for Kyle, 6 votes for D, and it comes down to CT's vote, and he wants to just vote for himself to make it a even split, but TJ is like, no. You have to vote in somebody, and that's when CT votes for D to be the speaker, and D picks Georgia and Idris to be in the tribunal with her, and they get to sit into the US nomination ceremony. Now, right before the US nomination ceremony, this is when Ashley was kind of freaking out. She was like, is somebody gonna call my name? I think my name's probably gonna be called because I was the one who verbally quit. And Laurel comes up to her and says, as long as you vote for Ninja to go into the elimination, you'll be fine. And that's exactly what happens. But before we get to the voting in the nomination ceremony, this is when everybody airs the dirty laundry. And Kara starts things off by saying, well, Laurel, you were acting really suspicious in the daily challenge. It almost acted like you were trying to throw it, and that's when Laurel comes out and basically says, yes, I'm throwing it, and I'm glad I put in Wes, and I'm glad I blindsided him, and I want to take out you Cam, you Kara, you Paulie, and you Ninja, and I'm voting for Ninja. And that's when everybody starts voting, and Ninja draws the short end of the straw. She gets some teary-eyed, she almost flips a table, but everybody votes for her, and she's going into the elimination. And that's when the UK tribunal is trying to figure out who to put in with Ninja. And that's when D is thinking, okay, we'll put in Laurel. But Georgia doesn't want to put in Laurel. She is really worried about putting in Laurel, and I think it's for the same reason why Josh was worried about putting in Theo. Georgia thinks that putting in Laurel will win automatically, taking out Ninja, and then Laurel will be coming for Georgia, and she doesn't want any part of that. It also doesn't help that while out on the town, Banana is in her ear whispering sweet nothings of putting in Cara Maria. And then she even brings it up to her UK team about putting in Cara, and everybody's like, oh, I don't know about that. I think we should put in somebody else, like anybody else but Cara. Then we get to the elimination portion, and they have to make their votes. And Georgia has egg on her face as she says Cara's name, but clearly that's not what the majority of the team, because Dee and Idris go a whole different way and vote in Laurel to go up against Ninja. And Ninja is super excited. Let me tell you right now, she saw the two trees, she saw that it was climbing, and she's doing a little squirrel dance up there. She is super excited, and Laurel comes into this, and let me tell you right now, I wanted to see her early on in the elimination because she's taken a 2 years hiatus. That's 4 seasons of the challenge, and she was an elimination beast, an elimination queen, but she's taken so much time off. I wanted to see if she still has that fight in her eyes. Now, in the preview interview going into this elimination, she didn't seem like she had it. She was worried. She was even saying, oh, I hope my height has an advantage in this somehow. Granted, I know Ninja has a world record in climbing. She does this for a living. She does this for fun, but back in the day in Free Agents and in Cutthroat and all these other seasons that Laurel was in, she had the fire in her eyes. She was gonna win no matter what. When she did those pre-interviews, she was like, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna take her business, I'm gonna whoop this person, I'm gonna send them out the door, and then I'm gonna come back after everybody else who put me in here, and they're gonna be worried about it. And she did it. This time she was kind of worried, but going into this elimination called Branched Out, they have 21 branches, they have to put them in the designated holes, use the branches to walk up this tree and hit the bell. The first person to ring their bell, and with all their branches inside the designated holes, wins this elimination. They get to stay in the game, and the other person is bye-bye home. They're doing really, really well. They're evenly matched. They're going up this tree like almost side by side. It's crazy. It's getting super close. It gets all the way up to the top. Both of them are. Ninja's holding her last branch, and Laurel's looking for it, and then she just puts it up at the top, rings the bell. She's looking at it from the ground, and TJ honks the air horn. That's a key thing. TJ honks the air horn, signifying that Laurel has won, the elimination is over, and Ninja is eliminated. And Ninja comes down with the last branch. She's like, I have no idea where this is. She finally looks on the side of the tree. She sees the hole that she missed, puts it in there. She looks over at Laurel's tree and goes, oh, you know that she missed the same exact hole, which I thought was weird. They missed the same exact hole, but she tells the producers, the production team sees Ninja point at it, which I felt it was weird that they had the last branch going directly up at the top, like it's like the star on the Christmas tree or the angel on the Christmas tree, that you had to like stick it in the exact top of it. It just seemed weird. But Laurel's over there doing her crotch shots and saying suck it to everybody and flipping the bird and whatnot. And that's when Ninja was like, she missed a hole. She runs up her tree, hits the bell, and that's when TJ talks to production, the production talks to everybody else, and that's when TJ comes back and says, well, I'm sorry, Laurel, but you didn't put your branches in the designated areas. I know you rang your bell first, but you lose on a technicality. Ninja stays in this game. You can deem this elimination loss on karma, on a technicality, but there is a lot of controversy surrounding this elimination. People thought because they did the air horn that Laurel should have just redone the whole elimination, that they should have just started from brand new. But with that being said, the game is over. They have decided, TJ has said what he said, and she's out of this. Laurel is out of this game, and Cara Maria, Cam, and Ashley could not be any more excited. I know Ninja's super excited. Also, Ninja didn't switch teams, which, is anybody gonna switch teams this season? I have no idea, but I'm gonna start asking you the questions. What do you think about this episode? Let me know that in the comment section below. I wanna hear what you have to say. What do you think about this elimination? What do you think about the technicality loss? Do you think it was fair? Or do you think maybe they should have redone it? Were you rooting for Laurel or Ninja? Let me know that in the comment section below. I want to hear what you have to say. And do you think this is karma? Do you think this is directly related to Wes being taken out and blindsided last episode? I think it is, because if Laurel didn't put her game out there and played this fast, this hard, she wouldn't have been put in this situation of having to go into an elimination this early, or trying to throw it to try to take out all the West followers. But what do you think? Let me know that in the comment section below. And what do you think about this episode in general? What do you think with this elimination of Laurel, do you think this will lead to a better US track record? And will they win more? Or do you think they're gonna keep on losing? Let me know that in the comment section below. I want to hear what you have to say. And if somebody's gonna switch a team, who do you think is gonna switch the team? Who do you think is the most likely to switch teams if they go into an elimination and win? Let me know that in the comment section below. I want to hear what you have to say. And while you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back really soon. On Saturdays, I have the Challenge Brief History. Tuesdays, I have Below Deck Mediterranean Review and Recap. Going in Blind NFL Predictions on Wednesday. And next Thursday, I'm going to be back here for the Challenge Review and Recap for the Challenge Season 34, War of the Worlds 2, Episode 5. But until then, peace!